What's up, cozy gaming besties? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Charette and I am a recording artist, but I also create lots of gaming content over on TikTok. We have a really great time over there, so be sure to follow along, and also don't forget to like, subscribe, because there's lots of cozy gaming content coming all the time here on the channel now. Today we're going to be talking about cozy gaming accessories, which honestly just elevates your experience when playing cozy games on your Switch, your Xbox, your PS5, etc, etc. I don't know about you, but whenever I have a hobby, I go like full in extra mode, and that's kind of what I've done with cozy gaming as a hobby. I want all the cases, the cute charms, the cute skins. You know what I mean? It just adds to the overall experience. So I'm going to be talking about accessories that I own, that I really recommend and absolutely love, because Lord knows I have tried a bunch that I have not liked and I just think are kind of overhyped, so we won't focus on those. We're going to focus on the good ones today and ones that I would highly recommend, because over the years I have tried many an accessory for my various consoles, and I feel like I've formed a pretty good educated opinion on it. And if you're just getting into cozy gaming, or you're looking to kind of level up your experience while playing, I think these accessories will be right up your alley. I've broken it down into four kind of main categories. We've got travel, comfort, customization, as well as just extras, because we're extra, you know? First, let's talk about travel accessories. Now, travel can be far and wide on a plane, but it can also mean just bringing your Switch with you wherever you go. Now, talking Switch specifically, one of the first things you need to buy for yourself if you get a Switch is a good case. There's so many cases out there, so many cute ones, but I really believe that getting one that is hard shell and that's really going to protect your Switch is key. But it's also important to get a case that's going to fit everything you need all in one, because there's a lot of tiny Switch cases, but there's literally no room for games, no room for chargers, which honestly ends up being kind of useless, because then you're carrying all of this extra stuff and not in the actual case that it belongs in. I don't know, I would just prefer to have an all-in-one. One of my cases that I got, and honestly I've had it since some of the initial days of having my Switch back in 2018, was the Skull & Co case. And it actually came with the grip case that I got for my Switch initially, which I will get into more in the comfort section. But this case is awesome. It's not anything exciting as far as design goes, but it's efficient and it gets the job done. Plus, it fits my Switch with the grips on it. And you can also store extra grips. You've got your chargers in there. You also have games that you can fit in there. It's fabulous, and honestly it's everything I really need when it comes to bringing my Switch wherever I go. I also have a separate case for bringing my entire console if I plan on playing with friends wherever I go, but I rarely use this one because I just invite them over to my house instead. Now, speaking of bringing your consoles with you wherever you go, specifically for Xbox and PlayStation, trying to bring those consoles with you can be a laborious task. But I feel like I found the perfect solution to still playing some of my favorite Xbox and PlayStation games while traveling, and that is this GameSir controller that I'm literally obsessed with. First off, it's really compact. It hardly takes up any room in my luggage. I can literally play any game that I want on Xbox or PlayStation 5 right on my phone. All I have to do is put the controller on my phone, and I can access my Xbox on cloud gaming, and I can also access my PlayStation 5 on remote play. This has changed the game, because I used to literally bring my gaming laptop and an extra 2 controllers when I wanted to travel, whenever I'm at home or on vacation. But this is like an all-in-one, and I don't need to bring an extra laptop if I'm going for just a short amount of time, so highly recommend. Another option is if you have kind of an older model of phone, you can also get the Backbone controller. I believe they might have released a new update with the USB-C compatibility, but I personally don't have it. But I do have the PS5 with the Lightning connection, and this controller worked really great until I upgraded my phone to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which of course has the USB-C connection. But overall, this device was really great, and I would highly recommend it if you have an older version of your phone. Be sure to check the different models. I think that they have a PlayStation version, they have an Xbox version, and just like a general mobile gaming version, so also a really great option too. Jumping into comfort. These are accessories that just make gameplay that much better, that much more comfortable, so that you can game for hours. Now, talking specifically about the Nintendo Switch, I think we can all agree that it doesn't have the most ergonomic design. It's very flat, and I know personally, after playing my Nintendo Switch for like 20 minutes in handheld mode, my hands start to hurt. I like to play play docked mostly, but sometimes you just want to game in bed or you just want to game on the plane. So here are a few accessories that will help you game for longer hours and not experience any hand cramps. One of the first options is to get a Joy Pad. Not Joy-Cons, but a Joy Pad. This one specifically is from FunLab. I think that they might have coined this term, but I absolutely love this as a solution to playing in handheld mode. Not only can you choose a bunch of different designs and they have a lot of RGB options, which is really fun, especially if you're playing at night. You can also select if you want one controller to be one color and the other controller to be a different color. It's just so freaking comfortable to have in your hands. It feels like an Xbox or a PlayStation controller or a Nintendo Pro controller. It's just that familiar feeling us gamers that like to play docked like to experience, and I can't recommend this enough. I love that you can also use the attachment to be able to play while docked as well. So it has the same ability as Joy-Con controllers do, but they're just a little bit more hefty, feel better in your hands. And Joy-Cons are adorable, but I find that they're so small. I aesthetically love Joy-Cons, but whenever I'm gaming in handheld mode, I do tend to use my Joy-Pads more. Now, speaking of still using your Joy-Cons, you're not into getting a whole other set of controllers, which is totally understandable. I would personally get a Switch Grip case. Now, I was mentioning the Skull & Co. hardshell case in the travel section. This particular case, I absolutely love and cannot recommend enough. I've recommended it a few times on TikTok and everybody's always like, what are those Joy-Cons? Well, the thing is, they're not actually Joy-Cons, it's a Switch Grip case. What I love about this Skull & Co. Switch Grip case, you can just put it on like a normal case, like you would an iPhone, like you would any other case on a device. But what it has is these little Joy-Con grips that you can actually slide out, change to different sizes, and change to different colors to match your Switch. So I actually have a gray set and I also have a purple and orange set. The only thing they don't have is a lot of the special edition Joy-Con controller colors. Not that everything has to match, but sometimes everything has to match. So if I do get a new set of Joy-Cons, I will often order the grips to match so that I can just switch them out. We're aesthetic girlies. We like things to look cute and matchy poo. And like I said, what I really love about this company is that you can get the hard shell Skull & Co. case so that you can fit your Switch inside the case without having to take the Switch Grip case off. It's like the perfect combo. One of my latest obsessions for handheld mode has been this device from Fixture Gaming. I believe it's called just a Fixture. This is the Fixture S1 for the regular Switch. Also, peep that customization. They actually designed me a custom skin for mine, which I think is just absolutely adorable. But this has been one of my recent favorite options when gaming in handheld mode. What I love about it is that I can just slide in a Nintendo Pro controller, slide on the screen, and I can adjust the screen to wherever I want it. And it's so comfortable to use because you actually get to use your own controller. I also feel it's a bit of an optical illusion, but I feel like I can see the game better. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm able to angle the screen a little bit better and a little bit closer to me. I really feel more immersed in the game. I'm just really excited about this company. They're a small business, they're just kicking it off, and I think that they've really come up with something that's kind of revolutionary. Highly recommend getting a Fixture. They also have one for the Nintendo Switch OLED, and they also have ones for mobile gaming, which I think is really great. Now for the fun part, which is customization. I love personalizing things. I love decking my tech out with different colors and stickers and just different things to make it more me. And I think that's just kind of the fun part. There's so many options nowadays, whereas back in the day, it was so limited. Now we can get a whole bunch of different things to just make our devices our own. One of my favorite ways to amp up a console, a Switch, a handheld device is to get a skin. I have a skin on my Kindle. I have a skin for my Nintendo Switch. You can also get skins for your Xbox and your PlayStation 5. I feel like skins are such a fun way to personalize your device, switch it up a little bit, but also removing it doesn't cause any damage to your device. And I also love that you can kind of change your skin based on maybe your aesthetic. Whatever you want, the options are literally endless, and they're really easy to apply as well, which usually I'd be scared of that kind of thing because I always mess up like screen protectors, bubbles, you know, that kind of thing. But they're made of sort of this vinyl material where if you heat it up just a little bit with your hairdryer, you can smooth out any ridge and it literally looks like it is a new device. I've had a few people ask me where I got my Kindle and they're like, I didn't know they made a purple Kindle. They don't. It's just a skin. I think I'm gonna actually put a skin on like all of my devices now because I'm having way too much fun. Next is thumb grips. Now you can get thumb grips for your Switch, you can get them for your PlayStation 5 controllers, your Xbox controllers, you name it, they have it. These are some of my favorite ones. I honestly order a lot of my Switch grips on Amazon. They're really fun. I think that changing them seasonally is kind of a fun idea too. If there's a certain grip you want, they probably have it. I use these mostly on my Switch, but they do have, like I said, different ones designed for the different consoles, but highly recommend checking Amazon. And I know that Temu also has a bunch of different options. They are really super cheap. Next, we have charms. Now, I haven't personally gotten any charms yet. I've been eyeing a few different Switch charms. Kind of brings me back to like the Y2K days of putting a little charm on your flip phone. I need to get some of these because they are just so cute and I think a really fun way of personalizing your device. After filming this video, I'm like gonna order me some Switch charms because they are just so adorable. Now let's talk about extras. Are they necessary? No. Is it a want, not a need? Perhaps. But us gamers, like I said, we're extra and we want the extras. Give us all the extra, okay? While these items are not absolutely necessary to be able to play games, I believe that they do elevate the experience. And if you're somebody that's maybe just getting into gaming, maybe these are things that you will look at getting in the future. But if you're somebody like me who's always like, what next? These are some things you might want to consider. If you're a PC gamer, getting a good keyboard or a gaming keyboard specifically is a game changer. I just got this one from High Ground. I believe this one is Amethyst. I really love it because the keyboard itself is clear so you can see right through it. The RGB is insane. There's like 30 plus different RGB settings and you can also design your own. But my aesthetic is very purple forward, so I just think it fits in perfectly. Honestly, this is the best keyboard that I've ever owned. Not only do I love typing on it, but it's also great to game with. And I think getting a keyboard is just a really good investment in your PC gaming experience. Next is getting a really great headset. What's so great about today is that there are so many options and they don't have to cost you a bazillion dollars to get. One of my favorite headsets is actually pretty economically priced. I believe it's $50 or less, maybe $40-ish. And it is from Fifine Gaming. What I love about this one is not only does it have RGB, it's adorable. It also has a microphone. If you're playing online games, super helpful, but the sound cancellation is next level on these. So amazing and really exceeded my expectations, honestly, when I got this. Only downside is that it is a USB connection. So for me, I can only really use them when I'm gaming on my gaming laptop. Other than that, it is a really great headset. I just wish they had like a classic audio cable, then I would use them a whole lot more. But if that is not an issue to you, then you'll be totally fine. You will absolutely love these, especially love the price. Now more on the higher end, and these are totally over the top and not necessary, but I absolutely love them, so I'm going to mention them. But the AirPods Maxes. While these aren't designed specifically for gaming, I do think that the sound is incredible. I use these obviously for listening to music. I use them for streaming, and actually in regards to streaming, what a lot of people don't know about AirPods Maxes is that Apple sells this cable. You can make it a wired headset, so if you want to monitor yourself, you can. It's a lightning to audio cable and you're able to monitor yourself that way, but what you can also do with this cable is plug it into your PlayStation 5 controller, your Xbox controller, because some consoles won't actually let you use Bluetooth headsets because there's too much of a delay. So that solves this, and plus you get to use your AirPods Maxes and get your money's worth. One of my absolute favorite things that I got for my setup were my Govee lights. I have specifically the T2 TV lights, and whenever you're playing any game on your television, it literally elevates the experience so much. You can get the colors to match the game, you can change it to any color you want. It just really brightens up the television and makes it a way more immersive experience. I also use this just for watching movies in general, listening to music, anytime I just need vibes in the house. Having that extra light is just so cool, and the fact that it reacts to what's on screen just brings it to a whole other level. I'm a huge fan of Govees. I literally talk about them all the time. I've gotten so many family members to get Govee lights because once they saw mine, they're like, what are those? I need those. I really really love RGB. Clearly, I think that's just like a gamer thing. I love having an aesthetic space and being able to customize the color, the vibe, all of that good stuff. I absolutely love it. And I gotta say, it's probably one of my absolute favorite things that I've ever gotten myself in my setup. I just love them so much. These are some of my absolute favorite cozy gaming accessories. Hope that it kind of inspired you a little bit to maybe customize your device or protect it, because protecting your devices is very important. We don't want to have any broken screens, any broken controllers, etc., etc. Everything mentioned in this video will be linked below. A lot of it can be found on Amazon, so be sure to check my Amazon storefront. And until next time, stay cozy. And to all the rebel gamers here in my community, stay rebellious. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and more cozy content coming real soon. Bye.